Everyday Superpower, 48 Laws of Power, Law number 8. Win through your actions, not through argument. Very important. Very important. How many times have you heard somebody natter and natter and natter about what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, how good they are at something, how good they're going to be, how successful they're going to be? It's all fluff, it's all air. This is a channel primarily based on body language and non-verbal communication. If you've been following me at this point, you understand that truth comes through the body, through the physicality, through physiology. It does not come through the verbal. The conscious mind conjures the verbal. What is set in stone is there. What is spoken amounts to near to nothing. How you assess and analyse the word is up to you at that particular moment in time, but it doesn't amount to action and effect. Win through actions and not through argument. So I make it a promise to myself to never argue with anyone. Hey, I mean, my missus might wind me up every once in a while and we have a dispute over something, but that's as far as I'm willing to go. And that's because she knows how to push my buttons, right? That's the only person I know who's that good with it. Have you met someone who just likes to argue? Have you met someone who has to be right all the time? How many friends do they have? How many friends do they make through dispute and proving people wrong? It does not work. Win through action, not through argument. Okay? When you speak too much and then you don't fulfill what you were speaking of, you look foolish and you don't look good, and it really hinders your character. If you tell me you're going to do something and then you don't do it, all it takes is one time for me to perceive you as a bullshitter. Just do it. Oh, I'm thinking of going to the gym next week. I'm gonna start a new diet next week. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pick this up. Oh, I'm gonna start this business. I'm gonna start that. How about you come to me and show me the business you've already started? How come you can't just go to the gym? How come you can't just start the diet and tell me how it's going? Win through actions and not through argument. Okay? You don't need to prove anybody anything with word. It's nonsense. It's fluff, it's hot air, it's bubbles, it's wind. Okay? I mean, there is argument about self-affirmation and believing yourself to the point where you just openly declare that you are the best, that you're going to be the best, that you are training the best, that you're doing this and that the best. And it manifests itself in the realms of competitive combat a lot and so on and so forth. But we only hear and see that success through those whom have actually become successful. I have known so many people that have told me how good they're going to be and what they're going to achieve and what they're going to accomplish. And then when they give it up, they look absolutely silly for doing so. And a pattern emerges and I stop believing them. The people around them stop believing them because they don't win through their actions. They're too busy trying to argue proof. Proof isn't there, it doesn't exist, it's not solidified. It's plasticine, it's putty, it's not rock, it's not stone, it's not steel, it's not iron. It's soft. You know where I'm coming from? If you're going to do something, go forth and do it and let the results speak for themselves, right? Let people come to you once you have self-confirmed through actions what you're doing and how good you're doing it. People will realise, people will acknowledge it. And then they'll come to you. You don't have to go to them. It's almost as if you are trying to prove to yourself that you're going to do it when you go and speak to people prior in regards to it. Even if you're going to go forth and give it your best and attempt to do it, what if you fail? What if you are in the workplace and you have intention of beating your target by 20, 30, 40, 1,000, 1 million, yeah? And you tell your boss you're going to do it. Yeah, it might apply a little more pressure on you to get the job done, which might be beneficial, but as far as the pros and cons and weighing of the risk, you might as well be better to just go forth and give it a good go and hit that target and have it speak for itself and your boss say, wow, where has this come from? As opposed to you potentially risking failing on that and looking foolish. Okay? There's another law, keep your hands clean. Your hands aren't clean when you have made a bold statement and not been able to fulfill that. You now have dirty hands. Don't argue with nobody. If somebody has an opposing viewpoint, don't sit there and start arguing. Do you know why? Because in their mind, they think they're right. In their mind, in their world, they're the main character. They have formed that opinion through their own experiences, through their own perspective, such as you have. They might sit there and want to argue it because in their world they're right. So from their eyes they are right. And if you get in their skin, you can accept that they're right. You don't need to argue. It's a waste of time. How many opinions have been changed through argument? None, nada. When it comes to debate and having proper debate, I have seen some mediums as to where it can be effective. So, in London, England, there is a park, Hyde Park it's called, and there is an area called Speaker's Corner, and it is known for its freedom of speech. On YouTube, search Speaker's Corner London, and you will be... It's incredible. People go there to debate religious topics primarily, political topics, but there is no restriction on your opinion, perspective, and it is open debate. Now, that is put on YouTube and that is broadcasted, so you can sway the opinions of others, punters, onlookers, but you can't change the opinion of the individual who you are debating against. So if you believe in God and I tell you I don't believe in God, here's the proof. Or you say I believe in God, here's the proof. He spoke to me. That's your perspective, and you're not going to change my mind because I believe in my way. So why bother? Paranormal. If you come to me, a non-believer in paranormal activity, with video proof of a ghost moving stuff in your house, then I'm going to be like, whoa, this is literal proof that goes against my initial belief. This is wild. Whereas if you just come with verbal, oh yeah, this is why, there's no proof there. Don't argue with me. It's nonsensical. It's pointless. You're not going to make friends with me. You're not going to make positive, fruitful communication and relationship with me by creating this discommunication and this distasteful negative reaction. We don't make friends like that. Criticism, unneeded criticism. If nobody asks for it, don't give it. Even if it's your best friend and they're having a bad time with girls and all this, alright? Unless they ask for your assistance, it's probably not in your best intention to start correcting something that doesn't even exist. They have not asked for assistance. Don't argue with them what you see and perceive, because they see and perceive it in a different way, and you might lose that friendship. Whereas if they come to you asking for your opinion, maybe it will be a better time to communicate and respond in a friendly manner. One as to which is transactional, as opposed to offloading your baggage onto somebody else needlessly, becoming a burden, being a bearer of bad news. The king kills the bearer of bad news. If you're the best artist in the world, let me see your art. Don't tell me. If you are a salesperson, show me the benefit. Show me the product. That's more efficient than trying to argue your way into my wallet. If I say no, don't sit there trying to argue as to why I should say yes. Just prove to me, show me some proofing as to why I need it in my life. Hey, I was just passing by, and I saw you had a hole in your jeans. I've got 5 pairs of jeans. I've just been trying to get rid of for an half decent rate. If you're interested, blah 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 blah. All right, yeah. I have had a hole in this jeans for some time. You know what? I think you're right. I think you do fulfill a need. Don't go to the next man who's got perfect jeans trying to sell him another fucking pair and then arguing why he needs a pair. That might be irrelevant. That might be just delving into the realm of sales psychology, fulfilling the void, but you know where I'm coming from at this point. I'm going to sign out. Peace.